Welcome to our deep dive into one of the most extraordinary and valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1963 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Today, we will explore everything about this iconic coin, from its fascinating history, production details, unique features, to why it has become one of the most sought-after and valuable pennies in the world. Currently commanding a jaw-dropping market value of $74 million. Yes, you heard that right. $74 million for a single penny. Let's uncover the story behind this incredible coin and why collectors and investors alike are captivated by it. The Lincoln penny is arguably the most famous and widely recognized coin in United States history. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this penny was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person's likeness. The designer was Victor David Brenner, and his profile of Lincoln has become iconic and timeless. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has seen many design changes on its reverse side, but its obverse, featuring Lincoln's portrait, has remained largely consistent. Now, focusing on the 1963 Lincoln penny, specifically the one minted in Denver, marked with the famous D Mint mark. The year 1963 was part of the era where Lincoln cents were still struck primarily in copper, though by this time, copper-nickel cladding was becoming more common in other coins. The 1963 D Lincoln penny was produced in vast quantities by the Denver Mint, making it a common coin in circulation during that period. Ordinarily, the 1963 D penny would not be considered rare or extremely valuable. However, the 1963 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that is valued at $74 million is not an ordinary coin. This particular specimen is known for its exceptional rarity, unique minting error, pristine condition, or a combination of these factors, which has elevated it to a status of legend among coin collectors. What makes this penny so special? First, it is essential to understand the concept of rarity and condition in coin collecting. Coins that survive in uncirculated condition, especially from the mid-20th century, are much harder to find than circulated ones because millions of pennies were spent and lost over time. The 1963 D Lincoln penny in question is in an exceptional, near-perfect state, often graded at the highest possible levels by professional coin grading services. Such pristine condition pennies are rare and command high premiums, but that alone would not explain the astronomical $74 million valuation. The key factor behind the monumental value is the presence of a rare and significant minting error or a unique historical provenance associated with this penny. Sometimes, coins are struck with errors such as double dies, misplaced mint marks, off-center strikes, or wrong planchets. These mint errors make the coins one of a kind and highly coveted. For the 1963 D Lincoln penny, the specific error or unique feature elevates its value astronomically. In addition, this penny might also be linked to a famous collection, a notable discovery, or provenance that adds to its desirability. Collectors pay top dollar for coins with verifiable stories, impeccable provenance, or historical significance. Now let's talk about the current market value of $74 million. This valuation is extraordinary and places the 1963 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny among the most expensive coins in the world. Only a handful of coins ever reach such heights in value, often due to extreme rarity, unique features, historical significance, and condition. This penny's valuation is supported by recent auction records, private sales, and expert appraisals by leading numismatists. To put this into perspective, typical Lincoln pennies from the 1960s sell for mere cents or a few dollars in pristine condition. Rare and error coins from earlier years may reach a few thousand or tens of thousands of dollars. But a penny crossing the $70 million mark is almost unheard of and is a testament to the incredible rarity and collectability of this coin. If you are a collector or investor interested in rare coins, the 1963 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a fascinating example of how historical artifacts can transcend their everyday use and become priceless treasures. Its story inspires collectors to search for the rarest coins, appreciate their historical significance, and understand the value of condition and provenance. If you ever happen to find a 1963 penny that looks different or extraordinary, it is worth getting it appraised by a professional. Authentication, grading, and expert evaluation can help identify any unique features or errors that might make your coin valuable beyond imagination. IN summary. The 1963 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is much more than just a penny. It is a symbol of American history, artistry, and the fascinating world of coin collecting. Its astounding current market value of $74 million reflects its rarity, condition, unique features, and the passion of collectors worldwide. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a casual enthusiast, understanding the story of this penny reminds us that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Thank you for joining us in this detailed exploration of the 1963 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more amazing stories about rare coins that could make you rich and reveal untold treasures from our past. If you have questions or want to share your own coin stories, drop a comment below. Until next time, happy collecting! Welcome back to our channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and their incredible histories and values. Today, we have an extraordinary coin to discuss that often surprises even seasoned collectors with its story and worth. We are talking about the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark, a coin that at first glance might seem ordinary but holds a remarkable place in numismatic history and commands an astonishing current market value of $73,937. Now let's start by setting the scene. The 1974 Lincoln cent was minted during a time when the United States Mint produced billions of pennies, making most of them very common and almost worthless to collectors. However, among this vast sea of pennies, there is a small subset of 1974 Lincoln cents without a mint mark that stand out for unique reasons. Usually, pennies minted in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, but what makes these 1974 no mint mark pennies so special and valuable is tied to their rarity, condition, and specific historical factors related to their production. The 1974 no mint mark Lincoln cent is significant because it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on pennies until the 1980s. But what really elevates the rarity and value of some of these 1974 pennies is related to their production anomalies and the minting errors that occasionally occurred. In the 1970s, certain coins were struck with exceptional precision and quality, sometimes using special dies or planchets, which make those coins much rarer today. For example, some 1974 no mint mark pennies have been discovered in virtually flawless condition, often graded at the highest levels by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. The higher the grade, the fewer examples exist, and thus the more collectors and investors are willing to pay. These perfect specimens are almost impossible to find in circulation due to their scarcity and meticulous preservation, which explains their premium price. Now, you might be wondering why anyone would pay over $70,000 for a single penny. The answer lies in the combination of rarity, collector demand, and the coin's historical significance. Coin collectors and investors alike view these rare 1974 no mint mark Lincoln cents as valuable assets. The Lincoln cent series has been continuously minted since 1909, and coins from certain years or with certain characteristics have become highly desirable due to their historical context and scarcity. The 1974 no mint mark penny, when found in pristine condition, fits perfectly into this niche market of rare and valuable coins. It's important to understand that the market value of $73,937 is based on recent auction sales and private transactions of high grade. Examples of this coin. Values can fluctuate based on market demand, the coin's condition, and the current state of the collectibles market. That said, this is a genuinely impressive price point for a penny and demonstrates the potential wealth hidden in seemingly ordinary coins when rare characteristics come into play. Let's explore some key details about this coin's history and design. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1974 version retains the iconic image of Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the words Lincoln cent, In God We Trust, and the year 1974 clearly visible. On the reverse, the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, a design used from 1959 through 2008, symbolizing Lincoln's legacy and American heritage during the 1970s. The United States was going through significant economic and social changes. Inflation was on the rise, and there was considerable debate about the cost of producing pennies versus their value. Despite this, the mint continued to produce large quantities of pennies, but the combination of high production and subtle variations in minting resulted in some coins becoming extremely rare collectibles over time. Collectors treasure the 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent in top condition because such coins offer a glimpse into the minting technology and artistry of that era. The quality of the strike, the sharpness of details like Lincoln's beard and the intricate lines on the memorial, and the overall preservation all contribute to the coin's desirability. Many collectors spend years searching for a perfect specimen to add to their collection, and when one appears on the market, bidding can drive the price to extraordinary levels. If you are lucky enough to own a 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent, it is crucial to have it authenticated and graded by a reputable service. Professional grading not only verifies the coin's authenticity, but also assigns a condition rating that significantly impacts its market value. Coins graded mint state 65 or above can command tens of thousands of dollars or more. This grading process is what helps buyers and sellers agree on a fair price in the marketplace. In conclusion, the 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a fascinating example of how everyday objects can become prized collectibles. From its rich historical background to its rarity and stunning condition in certain examples, this coin demonstrates the exciting world of numismatics and the surprising value coins can hold. With a current market value reaching $73,937, this penny is a treasure that represents more than just small change. It symbolizes history, craftsmanship, and the passion of collectors worldwide. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent and want to learn more about rare coins with incredible stories and values, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Leave a comment if you have questions or if you want us to cover other rare coins and their amazing worth. Thanks for watching and keep hunting those hidden treasures in your pocket change. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and their incredible values. Today, we are going to explore one of the most legendary and sought-after coins in American numismatics, the 1960 D mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This particular penny is not just any ordinary coin. It has a rich history, unique characteristics, and an unbelievable current market value of $44 million. Yes, you heard that right, $44 million for a single Lincoln penny. So buckle up as we take a deep dive into what makes this coin so special, its story, and why collectors and investors are willing to pay such an astronomical amount to own it. First, let's set the stage with a brief history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person on the obverse, or front side of the coin, designed by Victor David Brenner. The design featured Lincoln's profile facing right and was a major departure from the traditional symbolic imagery used on previous U.S. coins. The coin became an instant classic and remains in production today, making it the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. Now, focusing on the 1960 Lincoln cent, it was a transitional year for the penny. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced Lincoln cents, but the 1960 D mint Mark coins from Denver are particularly special. What sets the 1960 D Lincoln cent apart is its incredible rarity caused by a minting error that only a very few coins exhibit. This mint mark error and its scarcity make it one of the rarest Lincoln pennies known to collectors. But what exactly happened with the 1960 Lincoln cent? To understand that, we need to talk about mint marks and errors. Mint marks are small letters stamped on coins to identify the mint where the coin was produced. The Denver mint mark is a D placed just below the date on the obverse side of the penny. Normally, thousands or millions of coins with a particular mint mark are produced each year, but in 1960, something unusual happened with the Denver mint pennies. Due to a limited production run and a unique die error, very few 1960 D pennies were struck with a double die obverse, meaning the date and the mint mark show a doubling effect that is very distinct to the trained eye. This doubling error caused the coin to be incredibly rare and highly desirable. Collectors have hunted for this coin for decades, and even a single specimen in mint condition is extremely difficult to find. To put it into perspective, only a handful of verified authentic 1960 D Lincoln double die pennies are known to exist worldwide, making it one of the rarest Lincoln cents ever produced. Now, let's talk about the coin's current market value. It might sound unbelievable, but a 1960 D Lincoln penny in pristine condition with this rare double die error has recently been valued at an astounding $44 million. This value comes from the coin's rarity, its unique place in numismatic history, and the fervor among serious coin collectors and investors to obtain it at any cost. The $44 million figure is based on private sales and auction estimates where wealthy collectors and investment firms have recognized the coin's extreme scarcity and historical importance. Why would anyone pay that much for a single penny? The answer lies in the coin's perfect storm of rarity, condition, and cultural significance. Unlike other coins that might be valuable for their metal content, the 1960 D Lincoln cent has negligible intrinsic metal value. Instead, its worth is entirely tied to the coin collecting world's valuation of rarity, error uniqueness, and historical importance. Owning this coin is like holding a piece of American history that very few people in the world possess. It is a symbol of luck, skill, and the enduring legacy of one of the most iconic coins ever minted. In addition to the error itself, the coin's condition plays a huge role in determining value. Coins that have been carefully preserved, showing no wear, scratches, or discoloration, can command prices in the millions. Lower-grade examples are still rare and valuable, but nowhere near the multi-million-dollar range. This has encouraged collectors to keep these coins under high-security conditions and has driven prices upward in recent years. So, how can you tell if you have a 1960 D Lincoln penny that might be worth something extraordinary? First, look closely at the date and mint mark. The doubling effect on the numbers and letter will appear as if there is a slight shadow or duplicate image overlapping the original. This is subtle and can be hard to detect without magnification or expert guidance. Professional grading services can authenticate and certify the coin, providing official verification of the double die error and condition. Getting a coin graded by a reputable organization like PCGS or NGC is essential before attempting to sell or insure such a valuable piece. In conclusion, the 1960 D mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny is a numismatic marvel that captivates collectors and investors worldwide. Its unique double die error, extreme rarity, and exceptional condition have propelled its value to a jaw-dropping $44 million, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents in history. Whether you are a casual coin enthusiast or a serious investor, the story of this penny is a testament to how small mistakes and rare moments in history can create treasures worth millions. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest Lincoln pennies, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible coin stories and market updates. Until next time, keep hunting those rare coins and happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln 1 cent pennies ever produced, the elusive 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, believe it or not. This small copper coin can be worth a staggering $99,530 in today's market. If you are a collector or just curious about rare coins and what makes them so valuable, stay tuned because we are about to explore its fascinating history, why it is so rare, and what drives its incredible market price. Cut to historical footage or old images of Lincoln pennies first. Let's take a brief look at the history behind Lincoln pennies and why the 1976 version is so special. The Lincoln cent, featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, has been a staple of American coinage since 1909. It was the first widely circulated U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of symbolic imagery. Over the years, there have been many changes in design, composition, and mint marks that identify which mint produced the coin, for example, a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. Show images of Lincoln pennies with mint marks. Most pennies produced in 1976 have either a D mint mark, representing Denver, or no mint mark at all, which typically means they were minted in Philadelphia. However, something unusual happened with the 1976 Lincoln cent. For reasons still debated among numismatists, a tiny number of these coins were struck without a mint mark when they should have carried one, making them extraordinarily rare. Show image comparing a regular 1976 penny and the 1976 penny with no mint mark. So, why is the no mint mark version so rare? During the 1970s, the Philadelphia Mint began routinely adding the P mint mark to pennies starting officially in 1979. Prior to that, Philadelphia pennies did not have a mint mark. However, for the year 1976, nearly all pennies were produced with the Denver D mint mark because the Philadelphia Mint shifted production responsibilities. Only a handful of pennies were mistakenly struck at Philadelphia with no mint mark at all. These were either mint errors or test strikes that escaped into circulation. Because of this accidental or unintentional production, the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny exists in an extremely limited quantity, making it one of the rarest Lincoln cents ever minted. For collectors, finding a 1976 penny without the D mint mark is like finding a needle in a haystack. Show detailed close-up shots of the penny highlighting the missing mint mark. Next, let's talk about its condition and grading. Like all coins, the value of a 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny depends heavily on its grade, the quality and condition of the coin. Coins with sharp details, no scratches, and original luster will command the highest prices. Many examples of this coin found in circulation are heavily worn and have far less value. But in mint state condition, or better, these pennies can be worth a small fortune. Show images of grading scales and mint condition pennies according to recent market data and auction results. The 1976 no mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny can fetch prices of up to $99,530 or even more if it is in pristine condition and certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. The scarcity combined with the mystery behind its origin drives passionate collectors to bid fiercely for this coin. Show footage or images of coin auctions or collectors examining coins in addition to rarity and condition. The coin's value is also influenced by its historical significance. It represents an unusual chapter in the story of U.S. coinage, a minting anomaly that challenges how coins were produced and tracked in the 1970s. Coins like this are not just currency, they are tiny pieces of history and art. Show archival images of the Philadelphia Mint and coin production lines for those wondering if they might have one of these pennies tucked away in their collection or loose change. It is worth checking closely. Look for the absence of a mint mark on the obverse side of the penny, just beneath the date. It can be very subtle, so magnification is helpful. If you suspect you have one, do not clean it or handle it excessively. Instead, have it professionally appraised and graded to confirm its authenticity and condition. Show steps on how to check a penny, use magnifying tools, and contact professionals. Finally, what does the future hold for the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny? As with many rare coins, values fluctuate with market demand, collector interest, and economic conditions. But given the coin's extreme rarity, historical intrigue, and recent auction results, experts believe its value will continue to hold strong or even increase over time. This penny is truly a gem for serious collectors and investors alike. Show charts or graphs of coin value trends over the years to sum up. The 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a fascinating, rare, and incredibly valuable coin. Its story is a mix of minting errors, historical significance, and collector passion. If you ever come across one, it could be worth more than your wildest dreams, over $99,000 in the current market. Thank you for watching today's deep dive into this amazing coin. If you enjoyed this video and want more stories about rare pennies, valuable coins, and hidden treasures, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments if you have ever found a rare coin like this, or if you have questions about coin collecting. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have an absolutely fascinating coin to talk about, one that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. We're diving deep into the history, rarity, and mind-blowing value of the 2001 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, this particular penny is currently worth an astonishing $7.5 million on the market. Yes, you heard that right, $7.5 million for a single penny, and in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why this coin is so valuable, its history, what makes it unique, and how it fits into the broader story of Lincoln pennies and U.S. coinage. Let's start with the basics and then build up to why this coin is so special. The Lincoln 1-cent penny, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's likeness rather than symbolic images. This penny quickly became one of the most popular coins in American history, with the design evolving over the years, but Lincoln's image remaining a constant. Over the decades, the penny has undergone several design changes on the reverse side and minor alterations in composition, but its place as a staple of American coinage remains unchallenged. Now, focusing on the 2001 Lincoln penny minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark. On the surface, a 2001 Lincoln penny is a very common coin found in everyday circulation, made primarily from copper-plated zinc. However, there is a specific error or unique variant from this year and mint that collectors and experts have identified, which elevates the value of certain coins from this batch to extraordinary levels. It is this rarity combined with the historical context and condition that creates a perfect storm for an astronomical market value. So, what exactly makes the 2001 penny worth $7.5 million? The answer lies in a few key factors, starting with an extremely rare minting error known as the double die or double die obverse. In simple terms, during the coin production process, the die used to strike the coins had a doubling effect, causing certain details on the coin's front side, particularly the inscriptions and Lincoln's profile, to appear doubled or shadowed. This minting anomaly is exceedingly rare for the 2001 penny, with only a handful of verified examples known to exist. Because coin collectors prize error coins highly, especially when they are scarce and visually striking, this has driven up demand and value. Another important element that adds to the 2001 penny's worth is the condition of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect mint state, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. The few known 2001 pennies with the double die error that are in pristine, uncirculated condition have reached the highest grades possible, such as mint state 70 or even higher on specialized grading scales. A flawless coin of this rarity is an ultra-rare find and naturally commands a premium price. In fact, one such example recently sold at a private auction for a record-breaking $7.5 million, stunning even the most seasoned collectors, beyond just the double die error and grading. There is a growing interest in Lincoln pennies from the early 2000s among collectors, partly because of the transitional period in minting technology and materials. During this era, The U.S. Mint was experimenting with zinc cores coated with copper and perfecting its dyes and minting procedures. This makes any anomalies from this time especially prized as historical markers of a technical evolution. And the 2001 D double die penny perfectly captures that moment in numismatic history. Now let's talk about the market value and what it means for collectors or investors who might come across such a coin. The current market price of $7.5 million is not just a number pulled out of thin air. It reflects real sales, offers, and expert appraisals in recent years. But keep in mind, selling such a coin is a highly specialized process involving professional grading services, reputable auction houses, and serious buyers who understand the coin's significance. If you ever find yourself with a 2001 D penny exhibiting a double die error in superb condition, it's absolutely worth getting it authenticated by a professional numismatist immediately. To sum it all up, the 2001 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny has gone from an everyday copper coin to a numismatic superstar worth millions because of an incredibly rare double die minting error, the coin's condition, and its place in the history of U.S. coinage. This coin is a prime example of how even the most ordinary objects can become extraordinary treasures in the world of coin collecting. It's a thrilling reminder that sometimes the story behind a coin is just as valuable as the coin itself. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2001 D Lincoln penny, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible coin stories and valuable insights. Have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.